Hello guys, yeah, I'm not sure why today my computer is a bit laggy. Yeah, because right now is the SBM period, right? I guess you guys are having some paper tomorrow. I guess you guys already finished the what BM, BI and Sejarah already, right? Sejarah put a prank on Earth. Tomorrow no paper, sir. Yeah, good to hear that. Yeah, it's a good timing. Then today you guys can focus on my MF live streaming. STPM Math T more fun. Yeah, I'm thinking to post more STPM or A-level content. I hope I have time. Yeah, recently I'm just like so busy and tiring also. Yeah, okay. So is there anything you wanna ask me before I start this live streaming? Yeah, today need to discuss about paper two. Normally, yeah, paper two is quite tiring to discuss because yeah, normally it will take more time because this is like 2.5 hour paper and then I want to finish discuss and do at the same time in 2 hours. So yeah, wish me luck. And luckily this paper is not too hard because normally paper two have insert about 3 to 4 kbyte question. It will make the whole question, I mean whole paper going to take very long time to finish it. So alright, let's do it. Okay, this is Selangor 2020 paper 2. Okay, so let's have a look at the first questions. Oops. Alright, the first question is trigonometry function. Yeah, I guess more of you can do trigonometry function, but this one is slightly different because it have the modulus. So it means whatever thing at the negative side, you're going to flip over to make it always positive. So yeah, let's draw it. So okay, this is y, and then this is -1, right? So my x-axis is slightly higher a little bit because I need to save some space for -1. This one maybe is my x-axis, then my -1 maybe is somewhere here. Or actually, yeah, should be somewhere here, should be good. This is -1. Alright, then 4 cos x. We know 4 basically is amplitude, isn't it? So amplitude means what? Means from the -1 here, I need to plus 4 unit. And then from the -1 here, I need to minus 4 unit. I mean plus 4 unit. And then from -1, I need to minus 4 unit. This is what the amplitude do. So therefore, my maximum will be 3, isn't it? And my minimum will be -4 unit. -1 minus 4 unit will be -5. Yeah, you get the idea, right? I must erase very carefully. Yeah, we have a -5 here. Okay, so when I draw the time, supposedly cos graph will look like this. It's quite easy. And then this is 1x, so I can easily like straight away draw like that. Draw a perfect cos graph like this if I ignore about the modulus. Alright, so whatever I draw at the blue color one is y equals to 4 cos x minus 1. Okay, so what modulus will do is it's going to make me have some reflection here. So the reflection will be a little bit tricky because we reflection on the x-axis. So you can see here from the x-axis to the minimum is exactly, we have about 5 units. Do you see that? So when I do a reflection here, I will have higher than 3. In fact, I will reach about 5 here. So I will kind of need to make this one slightly higher a little bit because my graph will go all the way to, will go all the way to the 5. So whatever below here will missing. Yep, this is exactly what is my graph look like. So I only know the middle one must be pi, and then he will end at 2 pi. Alright, over here this one is not really pi over 2 because pi over 2 is slightly here. So yeah, because pi over 2 when it touch at -1, right? So here will be pi over 2. and then this one will be negative. 3 pi over 2 will be slightly here. Okay, so yeah, this is what it is. So do I need to, yeah, because you do a reflection, right? When here is 1, right, it will actually touch at like, so you can see when 1 here, it will touch at pi over 2, and 1 here, it will touch at 3 pi over 2. Do you see that? Yeah, this one is just I show you lah. Okay, so yeah, I hope you can see. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, but kind of need to cancel the dotted. Oops, I don't want to insert the 7. I want to try Control Z, because I don't want to draw the dotted there. Please let me go back. He doesn't let me go back. Oh my god, it's like so lucky. So it kind of like feeds already my whole screen. Okay, now I guess it's good now. Okay, because I still need to do the part B, which is they ask me to solve. So the modulus 4 cos x minus 1, the whole thing is y, isn't it? So therefore, when they say modulus 4 cos x minus 1, close modulus equals to 2, the whole thing is y, right? So I just need to draw a line y equals to 2, and then I find a number of solution. So y equals to 2 is exactly between 3 and 1 is here. Alright, this line is y equals to 2. Alright, then I find a number of intersection point 1, 2, 3, 4. So, they asked us to solve it, isn't it? Hence, solve the equation. Because normally part 2 is find the number of solution. Okay, then we just solve it. Okay, just solve it. Okay, so slow teacher. Am I teaching too fast? Okay, first I expand the modulus. I will get plus minus on the other side, which is plus minus 2 here. And then what I want to do is, right now I have 2 options here. One will equals to plus 2, another one will equals to minus 2. So this one I have 4 cos x minus 1 equals to 2, and then 4 cos x minus 1 equals to negative 2. Alright, then I will make cos x as a subject. This one is like 3 over 4, isn't it? This one I will make cos x as a subject. This one will be negative 1 over 4. Alright, then I can find my x value here between 0 to 2 pi. So I will just change my calculator in a radian. I go to angle unit, look for radian, number 2 here. Alright, then I will shift cos 3 over 4. So the first angle is 0.723. I think 3 significant figures should be enough. Comma. Okay, so we know cos will get positive at add sugar to coffee, 1 and 4, right? How to get an angle at the fourth quadrant? We know fourth quadrant is 2 pi minus theta. So it's 2 pi minus my answer. Then my second answer is 5.56. Okay, then I will do the same thing for negative value. Negative value, we need to find a reference angle, which is I will do inverse cos. It's very easy. Reference angle, basically you ignore the negative only, then which is like 1.318. Okay, then I know cos will get negative at the second and third quadrant, right? Second is pi minus theta. This is pi plus theta. Alright, then I will just say pi minus my answer just now. My first x answer is 1.823. And then pi plus, I cannot use answer anymore, so I need to like type the whole thing. So my second answer is 4.46. Okay, this is how I get the 4 answer. Because I see the word hangs here, so I'm not sure, because the hangs actually sounds like if want me to use back the graph above to solve it. But I think the graph above is quite hard for us to see because it's not really like pi over 2 pi over 3. It's like so many decimal here. So I guess because solve for me is like they want you to find the x value. So this is the reason why they will say use the word solve. So yeah, I guess this is how it is. And yep, any questions so far? Is there anything you want to ask me? Yeah, I hope I am not teaching like too fast. So why the answer is not in the angle form? Alright, so yeah, I'm checking the answer also because I find it's a little bit weird here. What is the answer show here? This is question number 1. I'm not sure why he show you the answer into the degree form, which I think is kind of wrong. Because why? They already tell you the angle must be between 0 to 2 pi. 2 pi itself is not really a degree thing because we know 2 pi actually stands for radian. So therefore, I think you should leave the answer into radian unless the question says so, yeah. Or you can leave in degree. According to the answer, let's say we test one of the answer like 41.41 degree. I want to know my answer correct or not. I can just use the degree change to radian. How we change? We multiply pi over 180, isn't it? So 41.41, I multiply pi over 180. Then I will get 0.723, which is exactly the same answer here. Just I leave in the radian form and the answer actually live in the degree form. So I will insist using my own answer here because the range given in radian, so I just follow the radian. Okay, unless the range given is like 0 to 360 degree, then I will live in the degree. Okay, let's move on to the next one. And in fact, when I went through this paper, I realized the marking scheme actually make few mistake as well. So maybe this is your first draft of the marking scheme. Maybe the final version actually they collect it already. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, they tell us OP negative 7x plus 12y. OQ is 7x plus 10y. Yeah, why I copy again? Actually, I no need to copy again. What am I doing? Okay, so I want to find the PQ. It's very easy. It's PO plus OQ. We don't have PO, but we have OP. Basically, you know it's opposite direction and a negative for both x and y. So it'll be 7x minus 12y. Plus OQ is 7x plus 10y. So 7x plus 7x, I have 14x. The y I solved should be negative 2y. Alright, this is my PQ. Done. It's a bonus mark. Then the question asks about the PR. So in order to do the PR is just, I do the same thing. PO plus OR. Since they can leave my answer in terms of M, then it should be very easy. So PO is the same thing, 7x minus 12y. OR is given, so I just copy whatever given here, which is M minus 1x plus 9y. Alright, then x and x I can add together if I want to. So it's like 7 minus 1, I have 6, isn't it? So it's M plus 6 x. And then this one I minus, I'll get minus 3y. Okay, then this is PR. And then the question tell me PQR are collinear. This one collinear means what? I need to make one equation about lambda by myself here. So therefore, I will use back the letter I have. So make my life easier a little bit. I will say PQ equals to the lambda PR. Okay, I can use any of the three letters here. I can say PQ equals to lambda QR. Or I can say PQ equals to lambda PR, as long as I must use all the three letter PQR. But normally, which vector I will choose, it depends on which vector I already have. So in this case, I already have PQ and PR, so I just use it. So it's 14x minus 2y equals to lambda m plus 6x minus 3y. Alright, then the next thing I want to do is I will comparing x and y lah. Alright, so I comparing x first. Yeah, so which is 14 equals to lambda m plus 6. So I have two unknown here, I leave it there first. Okay, then I will comparing y. So when I comparing y mean I compare the value beside the y value. Okay, this is lambda need to multiply -3. So -2 equals to -3 lambda. So lambda should be 2 over 3. Then I will plug the 2 over 3 into here to find my value of m. 14 equals to 2 over 3 m plus 6. So I will just solve this one, then I can easily get my m value here. So 14 multiply 3 over 2 is m plus 6. So this one should be 7, 21. 21m minus 6 is 15. Okay, this is how we solve this kind of questions. If you understand, I wouldn't say this kind of question is really hard. In fact, actually, I think it's quite easy. Yeah, so what you want to, the only difficult part is you need to form this equation by yourself. Because this equation is not given. When you will need to form this equation in two conditions, whenever you see the keyword like collinear or you see the keyword like parallel for vector lah. Alright, then you can just solve like that. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is basically one of the partial questions. Yeah, maybe they modified some number here. Okay, so over here they say the bottom row, means in this bottom row should have 80 of the square here. Yeah, so he missing some square at the middle, but total should have 18. You just count 1, 2, 3, 4. So count until 18 at the bottom. Alright, and then they say height will be 8 centimeter. And then the number of bridge is 4 less than the row below it. So you can see if this is 80, so this one is minus 4 already. So this one will be 76. So this one will be 72 and so on. Alright, and then they tell me the top row is only have 8 of them. So basically you will keep on and until the top row is, so the top is only 8. Okay, this is all the information we have. So the first thing is what we want to do right now is we want to find the height of the wall. So in order to find the height of the wall here, I want to know it have how many level. So then let's say you have 10 level, I use 10 multiply 8, then I get 80 is the height. So if you have 20 level, then I will just use 20 multiply 8 centimeter because each level is 8 centimeter. Alright, so if you get the idea, then what I want to do is I form a progression first. 80, 76, 72, and so on. The last one is A, okay? Then I know A is 80, my D is minus 4. Alright, so I want to know what is A, which term is giving A. So I will just do Tn equals to 8 here. So yeah. Is there any faster way? Because you only give 2 marks. I find like it's a bit dumb to actually use so many formula. But yeah, let's do it. Tn is A plus n minus 1 D. D is minus 4 equals to A. Alright, so yeah, 80 minus 4m plus 4 equals to 8. So 4n equals to 76. N equals to 19. Alright, that means I know it have 19 level because the last one is A. So therefore, I want to find the height. I just use 19 multiply 8. 19 multiply 8. So I have 152 centimeter for the height of the wall here. So hope you will save the video. Yeah, definitely I will save the video. No need to worry. So the total price of the bridge used if the price of one bridge is 75 cents. So right now I just want to know in total how many bridge is used. Like the bottom is 76, 80 plus 76 plus 72 and so on. So I can just use the Sn formula, which is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. But over here, I just don't want to use this formula because why? I already know the last term. So whenever scenario, if I know the first term and last term, I don't like about this formula because I need to like do so many work and I'm a lazy person. So I use another formula, n over 2 a plus l. Yeah, because this formula is way more faster if you know the last term. So n is how many terms we have? We have 19 over 2. First term is 80. Last term is a. Then I just type 19 over 2 multiply 88. 80 plus 8 is 88, right? So I have total of 836 bridge. And each of the bridge will be 75 cents. So I multiply 0.75. So yeah, this is the total cost. So the cost will be 836 multiply Rm 0.75. So equals to Rm 627. Done. Okay, so of course you ask me, can I use the first formula to do it? Definitely yes. If you use the first formula, you definitely will get the same answer. But because I'm a lazy person, so I will just use the faster way to do it. Yeah, L is stand for the last term. You're right. And I believe this formula is given as well. You just refer back to the formula list. I believe this formula is given as well, if not mistaken. Okay. Anything you want to ask me? How we determine when to find Sn? Okay, this one is kind of you need to understand the question. Like if you want to find the Tn, right? Tn is kind of like I want to find a certain row only. Like I only want to find the third row, fourth row. The other one is n term. But if I want to sum from first row until all the row to find out how many of total bridge I have, then it's sum of the first n term is Sn. Because you do Tn, you only like find the bridge at a certain row only. So you ask me when to use Sn, you kind of need to understand the question in this scenario. But sometimes the question is very kind. They will say, okay, sum of the first 10 terms, then you know it's Sn. But if the question doesn't say, you kind of need to understand like what the question wants. Then only you can do. So if you find confused, I think the easiest way is you trying to look for more questions and then see how they ask in the questions, so it can help you to understand better. Okay, so yeah, let me move on to the next one. Okay, let me drink some tea. It's so tiring. Okay. Okay, number 4 here. Okay, they tell you the length of the floor is like 30 meters. So you can see that you have 30 meters here. And the length of the swimming pool is more than 20 meters. Alright, this information you're going to use later, okay? So the length of the swimming pool must be more than 20 meters. Okay, so if the perimeter and the area of the swimming pool is 84 meters and 460 meters square respectively, find the value x and y and hence determines the area of the floor that's covered by the artificial glass. So this is the area they're trying to find at the end. Okay, but before that we kind of need to solve the simultaneous first because they give us 7 marks here. Teacher, you got question for 2021 SPM MF paper? Definitely I don't have. Your 2021 is just this year, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so yeah. Okay, we have the parameters of the swimming pool. Okay, so let's find out the dimension of the swimming pool first. Okay, this is swimming pool. Okay, so we know that the width over here, the total is y, right? So here is y minus 2. Because here is minus 1 is minus 2. So the length will be 30. So I need to 30 minus 2x. 30 minus 2x. Alright, so right now I have parameter and I have the area. So I kind of can form the equation first. So do the parameter first. So 2 multiply y minus 2 plus 2 multiply 30 minus 2x equals to 84. This is parameter. Definitely I need to simplify it by divide the whole thing by 2, 42. So y minus 2 plus 30 minus 2x equals to 42. Further simplify. So y will equals to 44 minus 30 is 14 plus 2x. Okay, this is my first equation. After I simplify, and then I will use the area. The area they tell me is 416. Yeah, loss of algebra can work here. So this is y minus 2. So this is how we find the area, isn't it? Then what I do is I prefer I multiply. Yeah, maybe I insert the y first, okay? 30 minus 2x. My y is basically 14 plus 2x, right? So if I insert the 14 plus 2x, 14 is a minus 2, I get 12 plus 2x. Okay, it's 416. If you don't understand why we'll get 12 plus 2x, you just insert into the y and then minus 2, then you know what is going on here. Alright, then your number is extremely big, but we just use a calculator, alright? This one is 360 plus 30 multiply 2x is 60x minus 2x minus 24x. It's not too bad. I thought number would be extremely big, but it's fine. 416. Alright, then I will need to solve this one to find my x and y value. So I will make here 0. 4x squared will be here. Solve the 4x squared. And then 60x minus 24x, I should have 36. So minus 36x. Solve it. So this one 416 minus 360. So I have about 56. So I plus 56 equals to 0. And obviously can divide it by 4. 9x plus 14. Alright, then I will simplify x minus 7, x minus 2. So x equals to 7 or x equals to 2. Okay, right now, you want to choose one of the answer because not both answer correct in this case. This is the reason why they tell you the length must more than 20 centimeter. So you just imagine if x is 7, because the length of the swimming pool is 30 minus 2x, right? So if x is 7, you insert the 7, you get about 14, you get about 16 meter. But the question already tell you length of the swimming pool must more than 20. So this is the reason why we cannot select 7. Because if I insert this x equals 7, I will get a length which is less than 20. So therefore my only answer is x is equals to 2. Then I can find my y value here by substitute 2 into it. 14 plus 2, y equals to 18. Alright, so yeah. Then I want to determine the area of the swimming pool. So I kind of need to know like what is the dimension of the swimming pool first. Okay, since y is 18 minus 2, here will be 16. 30 minus 4 here will be 26. Okay, so therefore area of floor is very easy. We use the large rectangle minus a small rectangle. Large rectangle is 30 times y, isn't it? Minus a small rectangle, which is 26 times 16. So yeah, just type everything into the calculator. And then it's 124 meters square. Okay, this is how I find the shaded area there. Can you understand? This 7 mark, I would not say this 7 mark is very hard because it's just a simultaneous, but you kind of need to understand like why they give you certain information, like why they give you length must more than 20 meters, and which area of the floor is they mentioned. You kind of need to read the question carefully to avoid to make any carry mistake here. Cool. I'm not sure why I feel a bit sleepy right now. And in fact, after this live streaming, I have another private class until 11:30. So I like, it's a busy day for me. Alright, so move on. Okay, so number 5 here, they ask you to simplify and then they ask you to solve. So simplify basically is like trying to factorize out the log. And then solve basically is like you want to find out what is the value of x. Alright, this is the difference between this. Alright, so let's move on. Okay, so when I want to do, I kind of need to make sure all of them have the same base. So this is the reason why I can factorize out the base, log base 2. But then right now I basically have log base 4, which is not so friendly here, isn't it? Because we don't want the log base 4. So if I want to change the log base 4 to base 2, it's very easy to change. So what I want to do right now is, okay, first thing is, you see the number 5 here. I prefer to move to the top, become multiply 5. So I get x power of 10. Okay, if you don't want to move first, also can. I kind of show you both now, right? So, okay, right now if I want to change this one, I will just write log base 2 over log base 2. And then the x squared, I write on the top. The 4, I write at the bottom. This is how we change the base. Okay, log 2, 4, you can just use a calculator. Log 2, 4 is basically 2, okay? So the bottom, log 2, 4 is actually equals to 2. So I just change this one into the 2. Okay, after I change it into the 2, I will do something I always do, which is I take out the constant 2. It becomes 5 over 2 log 2 x squared. And then I will move my 5 over 2 to the top. So become log 2 x 2 multiply 5 over 2. Then I simplify it, I will get log 2 x power 5. You can see, I change the whole thing into log 2 x power 5 through this process. Okay, so if you understand, then I'm going to use some space here. Log 2, 2x plus 1. So this one will be minus log 2 x power 5. And then this one 4, I just move up, become the power, plus log 2 x power 4 equals to 3. Alright, then the next step is I factorize out the log 2. Whatever plus I write on the top become multiply, minus mean right at the bottom become divide. So I have 2x plus 1 multiply with x power 4 divide by x power 5 equals to 3. Done for A. Okay, this is what the part A. They asked me to simplify. I believe this one will be the simplest form. So I'll just leave like this. Okay. Alright, then what we want to do next is we want to solve it. So in order to solve it, what I will do is, right now I'm doing the part B, I will move the log 2 to the other side. And then here x power 4 and x power 5, I simplify, I left a x here. If I move the log 2 to the other side, I get 2 power of 3. So here I have 2x plus 1 over x. So 2x plus 1, 2 power of 3 is a, okay? So ax. So minus 2x is 6x equals to 1. So x is 1 over 6. Done. Okay, so I realized the 3 mark is way more easier than the 4 mark. Alright, so how to change the log using the calculator? You want to change the log using the calculator? I don't think you can. Because this one is you have x. Unless today you only have number only. Something like log 5a. Yeah, then you can type in the calculator. If like log 5x, I don't think the calculator can help you to change the base. So you kind of need to like do it by yourself. I'm super late. Can anyone explain why the 7 is rejected? Because when you sub the x equals to 7 into your length of the swimming pool, you will get the length which is shorter than 20. But at the question over there, they say the length of the swimming pool must be more than 20. You read this sentence. They say the length of the swimming pool must more than 20. But your length of your swimming pool just now is basically 30 minus 2x, isn't it? This is your length of the swimming pool. So if you sub the 7 into the x there, you will get the length which is less than 20. So this is the reason why we rejected the x equals to 7. Okay, so yeah, I don't think we can change the log base. Alright, so but it's very easy. Just remember how to change the base. Like if today I have log a b, right, I want to change it into the base x. I just write log x over log x, then b right at the top, a right at the bottom, just like this. I already changed the base already. Yeah, whatever base I want, I can just write whatever base, like log base x over log base x, and then b put at the top, a put at the bottom. That's all. Let's say log 5a. How do you type 5? Because by default, depend which calculator you are using. Because if I'm using my calculator, I can just type log 5a. Okay, if you are using the oldest version, which is the black color one, I believe is 570 ms, then that one, you kind of need to change them into the base 10. So what you need to do is you change them into the base 10 over base 10, and then 8 right at the top, 5 right at the bottom. So you just do something like, okay, log base 10 8 8 over log base 10 5. Okay, is 1.292. Okay, this is how you use if you only have log base 10. So it's same value with, I straight away type log 5a. I will get 1.292 as well. So it's the same value, just you need to change it into the base 10. How to know which length and width of the rectangle? Okay, seriously, this one I guess only because I'm not like 100% sure. Normally in math, right, we call this one as a length, and then we call here as a width. Okay, this is normally how we will just things like this. Okay, but if you ask me if I change the width and the length, does it make sense? I think it makes sense also. So this is the reason why at the very beginning they actually give you some guide. They say the length of the floor is 30 meter. So you can see, where do you see a 30 here? Do you see a 30 meter here? So it's actually already hints you the length is the horizontal one. Because they say length is 30, right? Unless today I see a 30 is like this, then I will just assume this is length. Okay? But normally this is length, this is width lah. Alright. Okay, finally section B. Okay. As usual, normally I will not do the linear law together with you, but I will just kind of teach you how to do the linear law, but I will not draw the graph for you. Alright, so okay, so you kind of need to read the question. Normally question will give you one very weird equation, which is this one. Copy it down first. Y equals to a b plus x. Alright, you must copy it down. And then after you copy it down already, what you want to do is you want to know like what is your y equals to mx plus c. If you watch my video before, you know my y and x can be in any term. Normally they will tell you the term at the part A or part B. Okay, so if I read carefully, you can see it's log 10y against x. So you must look for this information. This information tell you what? My y right now is log 10y. My x right now is x plus c. So that means I need to change the equation given into this pattern. So this is my whole objective. Okay, for linear law. So then you kind of need to add the log 10 for both sides, move around the power. At the end, you will get the equation look like that. Okay, and then over here, definitely you already have x. So x, nothing to worry. But then you doesn't have the log 10y. So you need to form a new table for log 10y by yourself. I missed the question 6. Okay, later I will go back to the question 6. Okay, so let me just do this one first. Okay, log 10y is very easy. You just use a calculator, log 10, insert your y value. In this case, 2.83, isn't it? Then, okay, because a lot of students keep asking me, sir, how many decimal we want to put? Okay, this one is very tricky. It depends like, what's the skew given. So right now the skew tell you 2 centimeter for 0.2. Basically means what? Basically mean because 2 centimeter you basically have 10 small column inside it. So that's mean you just depend 0.2 you divide by 10. You will get 0.02 only, right? So therefore, if I do it myself, I will just put 2 decimal because there's no way you see 3 decimal. Yeah, so of course you tell me, sir, I can still estimate about 3 decimal, you are right. But normally we just don't do that. Right, so I will just say 0.45. So I just show you one more, then the rest you just do yourself, okay? So this is like 6.03. So I will say 0.78. Okay, then you finish the table and then you start to draw by yourself. So your graph will be log 10 y again x, and then you have the coordinate, right? Like 1 and 0.45. You just plot it. So eventually you will get a straight line, okay, after you plot it. But when you want to best fit, then you try your best to best fit all the coordinates. Alright, so part A should have no problem. I believe all of you can easily get 5 marks because it's a bonus mark. Alright, so right now we want to pay attention at the part B. Okay, so right now, in order to guess what is A and B, I need to solve the equation. So like what I say, I want to make them look like this. So the first idea is I add the log 10 for both sides. And then log rule tell me that power I can move to the front. So this is b plus x. This is log 10a. Alright, then I know my log 10a I can multiply for both. Okay, so this is log 10y. Because I want to have mx, right? So here I will multiply x first, then only I multiply b. Okay, so I will write like this: log 10a bracket x. Then only I use a log 10a multiply the b plus b log 10a. Okay, so this is exactly like the equation I want. You can see my log 10y, log 10y. My gradient, my x, and my c. Do you see the pattern? So if you see the pattern like this already, then it's very easy. Okay, how are we going to find the gradient? We just take any two coordinates from the table, should be good. But then normally we want to draw a triangle to indicate like this. These are the two coordinates we take. But actually we can just take the coordinate from the table. Let's say today I take I take this coordinate and the fifth coordinate. Let me do this one, log 10 42.66, 1.63. Alright, then I will just use the gradient formula to solve it. So I know log 10a is my gradient, isn't it? Then I will just say log 10a is equals to y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Just like this. Okay, you know the gradient formula, right? So then you just type everything in the calculator. 1.63 minus 0.78 over 5 minus 2 is 3 okay? So your gradient is, so log 10a is this value, 0.283. Okay, if I want to find the a, is basically 10 power of 0.283, right? Or in this calculator, you can just do shift log, and then I do the answer here. So my a will be 1.92. Okay, this is how I get the a value, because I understand my a is gradient and I know my log 10a is 0.283. Why? Because later you will need to use it to find your vertical intercept. Okay, this is C value. B log 10A is a C at the C position, so we know it's sort of the y-intercept, but in linear law we doesn't call it as a y-intercept, we call it as a vertical intercept because it's no longer y-axis. In fact, it's a log 10 y-axis. Alright, so therefore I do not know what value it touched, but what I will just maybe the value it touched on the y-axis, I mean vertical axis here, I will just call it as answer. Okay, I don't care what is the answer here, you can read from your graph after you draw. So what I want to do is I will just say B log 10A will equals to that answer. I read from my graph. You read from your graph. Alright, then I have the log 10A, right? Log 10A equals to 0.283. I just substitute in 0.283 with my answer here. Then I can get my B easily. Just use the answer I have divided by 0.283, and then you will get a perfect answer. Just round off to 3 significant figures. It should be fine. Then you can easily get the A and B already. Then lastly is they ask you to find the y when x equals to 4.5. Okay, this is a bit tricky. Yeah, I know a lot of students know how to find 4.5. Because 4.5 maybe it's somewhere here, 4.5, and then you use the ruler, okay? Use the ruler, make sure your dotted line is perpendicular, it's 90 degrees, okay? Then you will see some value on your log 10y here. But remember, whatever value here is not y value. If you stop there, you definitely will be minus 1 mark, because that y-axis is right now is log 10 y-axis. So let's say I get a random number k lah. I don't know what number I will get. Let's say I get a random number k. Then I will just say log 10y equals to k. Then my y value is 10 power of k. Then type in the calculator, I will get perfect answer, which is the 5 mark. So you can see this linear law is a 10 mark question, and I always tell my student linear law is a question you must do, because this 10 mark is extremely easy to get compared to some other topic. I would say linear law is one of the easier topics. Cannot subgradient log y and x value into the equation to get the intercept. No, because at the very beginning here, you see he used this sentence, using the graph. So therefore, I know if you sub your coordinate into your equation, you will get perfect answer for your vertical intercept. But this question, they do not want you to have a perfect answer. This is a reason why they mention must use the graph. So if you straight away sub in, you get perfect answer, end up you will lost mark because you doesn't use your graph. Okay, so this is the reason why you see just now, even I use a table, I also want to pretend I use a graph. So I will just circle the coordinate I use, and then I draw a triangle for it to indicate to the examiner I use these two coordinates to find my gradient. Okay, yeah, I hope I make it clear. Nice gaming chair. Oh, seems like a lot of gamer students here. Okay, let's do about number 6. Okay, if you try the number 6, you will realize your answer will be different with the marking scheme. In fact, I think the answer in the marking scheme is wrong for number 6. So, yeah, let me explain myself. Okay, to find the minimum point, normally in MF, we have like 2 methods we can find the minimum point. One method is we make the dy dx equal to 0. This method we can use to find the minimum or maximum. If the equation is a quadratic, what is quadratic? The highest x power is 2. It's a quadratic. Then we can use another method, which is completing the square. Alright, there's 2 methods you can use here, dy dx and completing a square. But remember, completing a square only used for quadratic. Mean the equation with x squared. If today I have x cubed x power of 4 or square root x, I cannot use completing a square. Because some students will think, oh, completing a square can always help us to find minimum and maximum. Yes, only for quadratic. Okay, this one you must make it clear, very clear, I mean. Yeah, which is negative b divided by 2a. This is completing a square. Where do you get that value from? that value is come from combination square. But in this case, if I do myself, since the x value is given, I'm not going to do combination square because combination square going to waste me a lot of time and I'm a super lazy person. So therefore, I will just do divided x. So I will differentiate fx equals to 0. So if I differentiate, I will have 2x plus p equals to 0. Because I have an x value, x equals to 3. So 2, 3 plus p equals to 0. P is -6. Done. Okay, then I want to find a q. I just sub this coordinate into x, this coordinate into y, which is fx. So a equals to my x is 3, right? So 3 square. P is -6, right? So -6, 3 plus q. So a equals to 9 minus 18, -9 plus q. So q will be 17. Yeah, I checked the marking scheme. The marking scheme it says -1 and I tried many times and I realized marking scheme is wrong. How do you know the marking scheme is wrong? You sub the 3 into the marking scheme equation, see whether you can get 8 or not. Yeah, I tried already. It can't. So, and then I checked already, the marking scheme forget to take about the negative for the minimum value of y. Alright, so anyway, so after I get a p and q, I get a 4 mark here. And then they want me to find the range of this one, fx minus 15. Normally, depend how you want to do, you can just insert your whole fx equation. Your fx right now is x squared minus 6x plus 17. Alright, so what I will do is I will just insert this one. This is fx minus 15 less than 0. Okay, so then I will just solve this equation. This is plus 2 less than 0. This one definitely I will use a calculator to factorize. Polynomial power 2. This is 1. -6, 2. Alright, so less than 0, right? Inequality, I know it should be between 3 square root 7, 3 plus square root 7, and 3 minus square root 7. Done. Okay, this is how I find a range here. And we expand it and compare it to x squared plus p. Yep. You can do that method as well, no problem. But like what I say, if you straight away, yeah, I know you actually substitute into the formula like x minus this one plus a. This is how we get it. But then when you do this method, right, you must very careful about the a here, because sometimes the a can be some other value. But here you can straight away do, maybe you already see, because this equation, the a is 1, so you can just like ignore about the a. But yeah, in this case, I think you can straight away do like this also can. Yeah, you expand it and then you're comparing to get a p and q. I think that method is quite smart. Yeah, basically substitute into this formula, x minus h squared plus k. Okay. Teacher must we draw the range graph? I think yes, draw the range graph lah, because when I doesn't draw a range graph, a lot of students tell me their school teachers say must draw this one. Okay, let's draw it. For me is no problem. Yeah, just draw it. Square root 7. Can the x value be in decimal? No problem. The x value can in decimal. If you don't like about this form, yeah, because in SPM normally you doesn't live in the square root form, right? Then you just leave your answer in like this, which is 0.354. What is the first answer just now? This is 5.646. 646. Okay, yeah, you can write in the decimal if you want. Need to use the calculator formula or calculator. Okay, normally, supposedly we need to use the formula. But like what I say, the 3-mark question, right? Normally in the exam you will get an integer. But this one, maybe the way they arrange the the arrange the question, I think they want you to get an integer so that you can easily factorize, but somehow maybe they insert the wrong value so they get like infinite decimal here. So you, but I don't, for me it's just 3 marks, so I don't want to use formula here, but you can use a formula. All right, so okay, number 8. All right, I think it's 9 p.m. already, like 1 hour. We'll break for 5 minutes. So this 5 minutes, you can just go through the first 7 questions, see which question actually you do not understand what is going on. Maybe you guys can discuss at the chat room there, or go to the washroom, drink some water. I will see you guys in the 5 minutes later. We have a 5 minute break here. Okay? Yeah, hello guys, I'm back here. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, 1 hour more to go. Now at question 8 already. Yeah, our progress is quite okay. In fact, I think it's quite fast. Okay, coordinate geometry. Yeah, coordinate geometries shouldn't be too difficult here. Calculates the area. Yeah, the area is the things I love most because it's a bonus mark. So it's just half modulus. Insert accordingly A, O, B. Repeat the first coordinate A. Okay, so your A is what? -2, 5. O is 0, 0. B is 5, -1. Repeat the A, -2, 5. Alright, then you just like multiply like this first. Okay, so -2 multiplied 0 is 0. I didn't write 0. 0 multiplied -1 is still 0. And 5 multiplied 5, 25. Alright, and then minus, I need to multiply the other direction like this. Okay, so 0 multiplied 5 is 0. 5 multiplied 0 is still 0. And then -2, -1, +2. Okay, it's kind of weird, but I guess this is the answer. This is 23. Oh, 23 divided by 2. So it's 11.5. So the area is 11.5. If you want to write the unit, then just unit square. If you don't want to write the unit, I think it's fine. But here they say in unit square, so you can just write. Alright, then they say given the AC ratio CB is AC is ratio 3, CB is ratio 2. Can I write 0, 0 in the first? Yeah, can. I believe can. You will still get the same coordinate, but you make sure you want to but triangle still okay lah. Sometimes you have quadrilateral or pentagon. You want to make sure you take the coordinate in the clockwise or anti-clockwise order, because some students just randomly jump the coordinate, end up you'll get the wrong answer. Okay, as long as you follow the order, you can start with O, it doesn't matter. Start with A, or doesn't matter, or start with B also can. Okay, you must get the same result with me or else something wrong. Alright, this one is very easy. This one is a ratio formula. So it's mx1 plus nx2 over m plus n, comma, and then my1 plus ny2 over m plus n equals to xy. Alright, you need to use this coordinate ratio coordinate methods. Okay, so yeah, it's very easy. So normally I don't remember the formula, but I show you how I do lah, because formula like look like so scary. It's very easy. Use this 3, multiply the further x coordinate, and then use this 2, multiply the further x coordinate, then you plus them together, divide by total ratio. Okay, normally I just remember like that rather than the long formula. So like 3, I will multiply the further x, which is 5. 3 times 5 is 50. Plus, I will use 2 to multiply the further x coordinate, which is -2. 2 times -2 is -4. Divided by total ratio, 3 plus 2, which is 5. Okay, then comma, do the same thing for y. So you will need to use the 3 to multiply further y coordinate. So is 3 times -1, -3. And then use the 2 to multiply further y coordinate. 2 times 5 is 10. Then divide by total ratio, 5. Alright, this is how you get the coordinate C. It's kind of weird, but it doesn't matter. So 11 divided by 5 is 2.2. So C is 2.2. This one is 7 divided by 5 is 1.4, isn't it? Yeah, it's 1.4. Alright, this is how we get the coordinate C here. Alright, then, yeah, we easily get 4 mark already. Okay, then they say point P moves such as its distance from A is twice its distance from B. And they ask you to find the equation of locus, and they ask you to determine whether the locus got intersect on the y-axis or not. Alright, so you want to find the locus, we know how to find the equation of locus. We always use the distance, isn't it? So therefore, we kind of need to use the distance. So P moves as such its distance from A, that means PA, is always twice, double, distance from B, PB. Okay, so here I will just insert into the distance formula. square root x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. Okay, the formula is given lah, so no need to worry about formula. So normally here I just would prefer to insert my coordinates my coordinate p first. Okay, my p is just xy, and then my a is -2, 5, and then my b is 5, -1. Alright, then I will just insert into the distance formula. I would prefer to write x first. Okay, so pa first, x minus -2, x plus 2 square, and then plus y minus 5 square equals to, okay, there's a 2 here, then we just write a 2, then pb, x minus 5 square plus y plus 1 square. Okay, just use these two coordinates. Okay, then what we want to do is we want to eliminate the square root. One of the most common mistakes students will make is they just cancel the square root like this. They ignore about the 2 there. Do you see we have a 2 there? So you cannot just cancel the square root like that. So you need to square both sides. So when we square both sides, the 2 actually will become 4. Because you need to square both things here. So square and square root I cancel out. Then I will just expand. This is x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y squared minus 10y plus 25 equals to 4. Then this one I will just expand. X squared minus 10x plus 25 plus y squared plus 2y plus 1. Alright, you just expand it, and then after that you just rearrange them, solve one by one. So here I kind of do some mentally work. Okay, 4 multiply x squared, we have 4x squared, minus out the x squared, I still have 3x squared. Okay, then I do y squared. 4 multiply y squared, 4y squared, minus the y squared, I still have 3y squared. And then I do x. 4 multiply -10x, -40x. Here I have 4x, move to the other side, minus 4x, minus 44x. Cancel out the 4x, 10x. Alright, then 4 multiply 2y, I have 8y, plus 10y, so it's 18y. Cancel out. And then we have some number here, 4 times 26. Alright, then I have minus 4 minus 25. So it's plus 75. Done. Alright, this is equation of locus. Okay, then we want to do a C2. Okay, C2, they actually, I'm quite surprised they give about 3 marks. But normally it's about 2 marks like this. So, normally how are we going to determine whether the locus, in this case the locus is a circle. Alright, how are we going to determine the locus will intersect or not? So, remember, normally we want to determine if it intersect or not, we will use b squared minus 4ac. Remember, we learned this one in the quadratic function. So when b squared minus 4ac, if we get the value bigger than 0, that means it intersects on the y-axis at 2 points. If we get equal to 0, basically means it intersects the y-axis at 1 point. If you get less than 0, that means it does not intersect on the y-axis. Okay, but what is the equation of y-axis? We know the equation of y-axis basically means x equals to 0, isn't it? So we will just sub x equals to 0 in this case. So we have 0 equals to 3y squared. This is 0 as well. This is 0 plus 18y plus 75. I try to make this equation smaller a little bit. So is what? Divide 3 lah. Okay, 6y plus 75 divided by 3 is 25, right? Yeah, plus 25. And then what I do is I will do b squared minus 4ac. As I say just now, my b is 6. My a is 3. And my c is 25. Oh, sorry, my a is 1. My a is 1. What am I doing? So this is 36 minus 100. Then I will get negative 64, which is less than 0. Like what I say here, when b squared minus 4ac less than 0 means what? Means it does not intersect, isn't it? So therefore, here I will just say since b squared minus 4ac less than 0, so is does not intersect the y-axis. Okay, so yeah, this is how we determine whether he intersect or not. Right, so let's move on to the next one. Binomial. Then we have about circular measure, then section C. Okay, let's do it. Alright, so for this binomial in the survey, it found that 40% of the rural family in a certain area will use the internet access. So if 10 family are chosen at random from that area, calculate. Okay, so over here I know P equals 0.4, Q equals to 0.6. Okay, just 1 minus P. And then N is tell you is 10 family as a sample. So then they say probably none of the family will use the internet access. That's me. None basically means what? X equals 0. Okay, the formula for X equals to R is NCR, PR, Q, N minus R. Alright, so what I want to do right now is, insert in the formula. 10C0, 0.4 power of 0, 0.6 power of 10 minus 0, which is 10. Alright, which is 1. This is 1, so I only have 0.6 power of 10. Okay, round off to 3 significant figures. If you can't read this one, this one basically is 0.00605. If you can't read, you just do shift engineering button ENG. Shift ENG one more time until 10 power of 0. Then you can just copy this one. 0.00605. Okay, but as an MF student, you must be able to read about the standard form. Okay, so am I do about 26? Let me see. Yeah, sometimes I do some care mistake. It's 25 what? Is it 75 divided by 3? Is it 25? Yeah, why suddenly have 26? Am I writing too ugly? $75 divided by 3 is 25, isn't it? Yeah, I have no idea why you get as a 36. Yeah, maybe you can explain yourself. Okay, so I done about part 1, which is a none of the family. Alright, at least two family use the internet access. So at least 2 basically means we know X is bigger or equals to 2. Of course, here you can do something like 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus until 10. But you know you're going to do forever for that. So the easiest way is we use the total to minus the probability we do not want. Mean we do not want X equals to 0 and we do not want X equals to 1. Alright, we just minus both of these, you'll be fine. Then I just do 1 minus X equals to 0 we already have just now, 0.00605. Alright, then we need to do X equals to 1, which is 10C1, 0.6 power 1, 0.4 first. Sorry. 0.4 power 1 and 0.6 power of 9. Alright, then just type everything. 605 minus 10C1 times 0.4 times 0.6 power of 9. Alright, this is my final answer, 0.9536. Okay, if you want to use a calculator, you can go into distribution and then you can go for the, you want a binomial PD to check your answer, you can go ahead. You go for binomial PD and then you go into a list here. You insert 0 and then you insert 1 and then enter again. Insert your N value is 10, your P value is 0.4 and the calculator will tell you both of the answer. First answer is 0.00605. The second answer, which is this answer, I don't show here. Just in case you want to show, this is 0.0403. Okay, so then you want to minus both. Okay, this is how to use the binomial PD. Alright, so yeah, then I get the 5 mark ready. So question number 9, am I skip number 9 just now also? Yeah, I skipped number 9. Oh my god. Because this mouse cursor is like so hard to scroll. When I scroll, it just scrolls so many pages together. Yeah, after this, we'll go back to number 9, okay? No worry. Okay, so let's go ahead to do B. Okay, so for B here, we have some mean, which is 50. And I don't like my variant. I will change it into the standard deviation. Standard deviation will be square root of variant, which is 8. Actually, it's not about mouse, it's my pen, stylus. Yeah, because I need to use this one to scroll. Of course, I can use my mouse. I have a lot of mouse on my table, so my mouse is fine, don't worry. Okay, so what is standard score? Standard score basically means Z. So you just use a formula Z equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. Okay, just like that. So they tell you the mass is 25, that's means x is 25 minus mean over standard deviation. I believe maybe it's 1 or 2 mark only because it's extremely easy. So it's 1.875. This is my standard score. Done. Part 1. Part 2. Alright, right now we have 1,200 students and calculate the number of students whose mass between 38 and 65. Alright, so I know mass basically means will be between, is the x value, is between 38 to 65. Okay, so I want to change them into the Z, so I kind of need to do something like x minus mean over standard deviation. This one I did just now, which is 1.875. Okay, this one is 38 minus 50, which is negative 12 divided by 8. This one is negative 1.5. Okay, type in the calculator, you will get negative 1.5. Of course, you need to do manually, but I will just use the calculator. Okay, let's teach a manual way first. Draw out a bell-shaped diagram and estimate maybe 1.875 is here, negative 1.5 is here. You want to find this area. So the logic is what? Use the total to minus this part and to minus this part as well. Okay, this is your objective here. So 1 to minus, how to read this part? This part is Z is less than negative 1.5. This part will be Z is bigger than 1.875. Okay, like I said in this topic before, if you see less and negative together, you can change it into bigger and positive because they are the same. Your bell-shaped diagram, left hand side and right hand side will be always symmetry. Then you just go to your table to find 1.5. Okay, so which is 1 minus. Okay, let's find about 1.5. Do I have table here? I'm not sure the table is given here or not. Yeah, it's given here. Okay, look for 1.5, which is this one. Okay, 0.0668. Okay, so 0.0668. You just insert into that equation 0.0668, and then you want to minus another one, which is Z is bigger than 1.875. Okay, let's scroll down. 1.875, look for 1.8, then look for 7, which is here. Look for 5, 4, which is 0.0307 minus 4, so it's 0.0303. Okay, because I look for 5 here. Okay, 303. So minus 0.0303. Okay, so 1 minus 0.0668 minus 0.0303. Alright, so is 0.9029. Alright, this is how we do manually. But if I do myself, I use a calculator. Okay, I go to the distribution, I go to the this one called what? This one called normal CD. Alright, my lower is negative 1.5. My upper is 1.875. Alright, then I type enter 2 times. I straight away get the answer 0.90. Okay, here is get 28 lah, not 29, because I guess I round off some decimal, but it's fine. Alright, so this is how to use calculator and how to do manually. Alright, I hope at least you get some idea on how to do it. Alright, so yeah, we skipped number 9 right just now. Oh my god, it's feast already. So do we need to multiply by, oh yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah, how come we ignore about 1,200 students? We are not finding probability. We want to find our number of students. Yeah, number of students. So yeah, multiply. Yes, 1,200 multiply 0.9029. Okay, so yeah, we have 1,083 students. Of course, in the exam, you must write this lah. Okay, don't be as lazy as me. Okay, and we didn't take the decimal. If you are using 570 ES, I don't think you have about this function. Let me test. I long time never use it. This version, right? State. Yeah, you can't do that because you have the distribution, but your distribution I think is not so complete here. Yeah, a long time never use already. Need to like figure out which one. I believe it's like go into the statistic one, go into the state, and then yeah, but I don't think you have that function lah. Yeah, then you need to do shift 1 and then go to 5 distribution. Yeah, because in this calculator you only have like this oops, not sure you can see or not. You only have something like P, Q, R, and T. If you want to know how to use all these P, Q, R, and T, you can go to check out my video. I actually make one video to teach you how to use which one. But you cannot straight away get the answer like what I did just now. Can I use the distribution for the first questions? Wait, can I use the distribution for the first question for... Yeah, basically I already teach you how to do manually. So if you are using the old version of calculator, yeah, I just learn how to do manually. It's fine. Yeah, even though you have advanced calculator, you also cannot copy the answer. You still need to show the working in order to get full mark. Okay, so yeah, I just trying to talk less right now. I feel like exhausted. I feel later still have 1 hour class. I want to save some of my voice here. Alright, okay, find area of shadow region. Okay, so the easiest way is I will integrate the curve from some value here. What is this value? X-intercept, make y 0, make y 0. So x squared equals to 4, x equals to plus minus 2. So this is negative 2, this is positive 2. Alright, so I will just integrate this curve from 0 to 2. I mean from negative 2 to 0. I mean from negative 2 to 0. Then I will minus the area of triangle. Then I can get an area of the shadow region. Okay, quite straightforward. So, okay, over here I want to find my y-intercept. I make x 0, y equals to 4 minus 0 square, y equals to 4. So this value here will be 4. Alright, so I have all the information I want. So right now I find area of shadow region. I will integrate from negative 2 to 0, 4 minus x squared. And then we want to minus the triangle, half time base time height. Okay, so yeah, let's do it. So this one is 4x minus x cubed over 3. 0, negative 2. This one simplified, minus 4. Alright, then sub in the 0 into the bracket, you get 0. Minus sub in the negative 2 into the bracket. So you will get about negative 8 minus 8 over 3. Okay, then minus 4. Okay, so basically negative 8 minus 8 over 3. Alright, then I have a negative outside, become positive, right? So it's become 32 over 3 minus 4. Okay, so the final answer is 20 over 3, or you can say it's 6.667. Yeah, I want to write unit, just write a unit square. Alright, of course, for this kind of calculator, you can always check your answer. To want to make sure you don't make any carry mistake here. From negative 2 to 0. So I will always insert it to check, is it? Just now, am I getting 16 over 3? Minus 4. Oops. Oops. How come I got wrong one? Integrate 4 minus x squared. 4x sub in the minus, this one become plus. Sorry. Yeah. This one become plus. Okay, negative 8 plus 8 over 3. C, is it 16 over 3? Yeah, 16 over 3. So yeah, you see, this is the reason why I always check my answer, because it's very important. Sometimes we will make the carry mistake, like what I do just now. Yeah, so this is 4 over 3. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, right. Yeah, the student just spam me a lot of questions. So let's continue. I think if you are using this model, should be okay also, because you should have that button somewhere here. But if you are using the MS, I don't have MS anymore. So I think I have to see upgrade version of MS, which is here. Okay, I don't have the old version. Last time I have about 4 or 5 MS, but I gave it all to my friend already. So I don't have anymore. Yeah, I guess this one cannot do integration. It can. MS also have. Yeah, it's also have, but I'm not sure how you insert the limit for this one. Yeah, it also have the integration sign, but because we have to insert the limit, isn't it? Yeah, maybe need to go to read some menu in order to do that. But you just learn how to do the manual way. Yeah. Yeah, I already show you the manual way already. Okay, B, we want to find the volume. So, okay, you want to find the volume, and then you want to rotate 360 degrees about the y-axis. So what we want to do right now is, if you want to rotate on the y-axis, right, we want to know like what is the range of y. So volume for rotate on y-axis is pi ab dy x squared. Alright, this is the formula. But then we need to minus the triangle, because the yellow color triangle here going to rotate 360 also. So this triangle, if rotate 360 degrees, it actually become cone. And the volume of the cone is 1 over 3 pi r square h. Yeah, just in case if you cannot see the cone, I'm going to just draw out to show you. Alright, this is a yellow color one, okay? And then the radius of the cone is 2. The height of the cone is 4. So the cone is 1 over 3 pi r square h, which is 16 over 3 pi. Okay, this is volume of the cone. Alright, then I want to rotate the triangle. I want to rotate the curve area to find the shaded area. So this one is look for the y coordinate because dy. So y is from 0 to 4. This one from 0 to 4. And I don't have x squared, so I kind of need to rearrange my equation to make the x squared the subject. So x squared is 4 minus y. So this one is 4 minus y dy. Alright, then this one you kind of need to integrate. This is 4y minus y squared over 2, 0, 4. Alright, then, yeah, this is pi. 16 minus 16 divided by 2 minus 8. So this one should be 8 pi. So therefore, the volume they want to find is 8 pi minus 16 over 3 pi. So this one should get 8 over 3 pi, right? 8 minus 16 over 3. Yeah, 8 over 3. Alright, this is how I get 10 marks in total. Yeah. Thanks, Alvin, for taking some time to join the live also. So, yeah, if rotate on x-axis, it must be dx. Yeah, the triangle rotate on x-axis is a cone as well. Rotate on the y-axis is cone as well. Not really. Some students say SPM is harder. Normally, SPM, most of the question is okay one. Because you just go to see your past year paper. I mean, you can go buy the past year paper from any bookstore. You realize past year paper normally is easier than the state paper. Yeah, because normally I would think the state paper is slightly harder. Or y divided 2, because this is how we integrate, right? Because when we do the integration, we want to power plus 1 divided by total power. Definitely we can use a calculator to check our answer. This is 4 minus y. I don't have y, so I use x to represent it, okay? 0 to 4. To see how many pi we will get. See, we will get 8 pi. So my 8 pi is correct here. Yeah, sometimes the answer, the marking scheme can be wrong. So we need to memorize all the volume and area formula. It's not given. I'm not sure, you can just check it. I think it's given. It's not mistaken. The volume formula is given. But I tell you, when you see the formula, you do not know how to use it. Even if give you the formula, also no use one. So it's so important you take down the formula, insert into the question, and try it out. Okay? Let's do number before section C. We have one more circular measure. This is also bonus mark. Can I just scroll nicely? Alright, so yeah, careful about this information. I always ignore about pi because I always straight away use the pi in the calculator, which is more accurate. But then in SPM, you can't do this. If you give you pi equals to 3.142, you must use it in order to get the answer in the marking scheme. Alright, so okay, so we have two sectors. One sector will be the half of the circle, and one sector will be a quadrant here. Yeah, I hope you can see it. Okay, so yeah, definitely they have their own center point. For half circle, center point will be D. For the quadrant, the center point will be O. Okay, right now they tell me the parameter for a quadrant OABC. So they tell me this parameter here is 17.86. Alright, so yeah, I will use that to find the radius of OBC. Okay, this is a radius, isn't it? Okay, so arc length, what is the formula for arc length? R theta, isn't it? Because S equals to R theta. This one is for arc length. Alright, so in order to get the parameter, I will do R plus R equals to 17.86. Because basically, for perimeter, we just plus this one, plus this one, plus this one. isn't it? This is how we find the parameter. So yeah, we solve it. Because we already have the theta, isn't it? Theta is pi over 2. Okay, but I don't write pi over 2 because it's 90 degree. 90 degree is pi over 2. Okay, so we will do 3.142 over 2. Okay, so here is 1 plus 1 is 2r plus 3.142 over 2. Yeah, basically I take out all the r. Alright, so I have 3.571r equals to 17.86. So I want to find the r. I will divide 3.571. 17.86 divide my answer. I will get 5. Alright, nice number. My r is 5. Okay, 2 mark. 2 mark. And then ask us to find the length of ADC. Oh, it's very easy. If length of ADC is a hypotenuse, isn't it? Yeah. Huh? Why so easy one, man? I'm not sure. Let me read again. ADC. Yeah, I think so. I don't know because we suddenly have some modern math question here. If this is 5, this is 5. You want to find this length is like easy, right? So ADC is square root of 5 square plus 5 square. Square root of 5 square plus 5 square. Yeah, so is 7.071. Oh, how to get a 3.71? You use, here is 1 r, right? 1. Here is 1 r, right? 1. Here is some number, right? 3.142 plus 2. You plus all this number. Yeah, because I want to know how many r I have. Then you plus all the number, you will get 3.571. Yeah, I think for MF, normally at least I put three decimal place. Yeah, sometimes I even put more. But at least I think 3 decimal place is fine for MF student. Yeah, for modern math, maybe you can try 2. But for MF, try to leave your answer. Before the final answer, normally I will take 3 to 4. Final answer, normally I will take 3. Alright, so yeah, the area of the shaded region. Area of shaded region should be quite easy in this case. Sometimes it can be quite hard. So what I want to do is I just want to find this so-called area of segment. This one we have a name, we call segment. And then I will use semicircle to minus my segment. So segment have its own formula, which is half r square theta minus sine theta. Okay, basically it's a sector minus triangle lah. Alright, I just like group the formula together to get this one. Alright, so okay, so I want to get area of shaded region. So I will take the semicircle, which is ADCF. Okay, the semicircle. So the semicircle will be, the radius is half of this one. So divided by 2. This one will be my radius. It's a weird radius, but yeah. So semicircle, I don't think you need to use a long formula. You just do pi r square divided by 2. Okay, pi r square is a whole circle, right? Semicircle is just do like that. Pi r 3.536 divided by 2. Okay, this is semicircle. Minus the area of segment, which is the red color shaded region. So it's half, r is 5, square, theta is pi over 2, 3.142 over 2, minus sine 3.142 over 2. Close it. Yeah, just type everything into the calculator, you'll get a final answer. Do we want to type together? I'm super lazy to type, but let's do it. 536 square over 2 minus half time 25, right? 25 over 2. I group them together, alright? Because I'm lazy person. 3.142 divided by 2 minus sine 3.142 divided by 2. Close bracket 2 times, enter. Yeah, 12.505. I hope it's correct lah. This one I haven't checked the answer, but should be correct because this question is not too difficult as well. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, we finished the section B. Let me the marking scheme says 12.44. Am I take too many decimal? Yeah, because this one they actually take 3.535. I think they round off before that. Because this one they doesn't take 7071. They say they take 7.07. So it'll be slightly different, but I don't want to change my answer. So just take it. Yeah, so I don't know, the marking scheme is weird because how come the radius they take 2 decimal, but then the working after the radius they took back the 3 decimal. So yeah, for me is I don't like the answer which is so less accurate, so I will just insist use back my methods. Teacher, the calculator is in radian form, so teacher no need to change. Yeah. So need to use degree? No need to use degree. If you are hardworking student, yeah, you can use the degree to do them separately. But I will just let my calculator do the work. So I will change my calculator to radian. Then I can type everything together without needed to do degree. I know your school teacher tell you whenever you have sine, cos, tangent, you must use degree to do. I already clarified in my previous video for many times, which is wrong. Because I doesn't say your teacher is wrong, but because maybe your teacher is like same old school like me. Because last time I'm using the Buku Sifil to do sine cos tangent. So my Buku Sifil is only have degree. So at my time, I have no choice. I must use degree to do. But right now, the calculator is very advanced already. It can understand your unit is in radian. So you can straight away use the radian to do. Yeah, even I check the marking scheme, sometimes the marking scheme also convert back to the degree to do. I have no clue. But which is unnecessary for me because it's the same thing. It's the same thing. In fact, if you straight away use a radian without convert, somehow you will get the more accurate answer. My teacher told us to give 4 significant figures. Yeah, then I'm fine here because this is 4 significant figure, right? 7.071 because the marking scheme is 7.07 only, which is 3 significant figure only. Do I want to do section C? What time now? Is that 10 minutes? Let's do section C. Okay, I will choose some question I like to do, okay? Or any specific question you want me to do for section C. Definitely you cannot choose linear programming because I hate linear programming. I'm not going to do linear programming. Let's choose one. You want me to do index number, solution of triangle, or motion along the straight line? I give you 1 minute to type. And then I will choose the highest word one. Very hard to count. Yeah, I think we have more motion. Okay, the index number in this paper is very easy. So I would say in the section C here, only only this one, solution of triangle is hard. Motion along the straight line and index number is very easy. So you ask me, I love to do motion. Yeah, and I see the motion actually have more words. So yeah, thanks for making my life easier because this motion question is very easy. Alright, so let's do about motion. If later still have some time, then we can do solution of triangle. Yeah, alright, so v equals to 3t squared minus 7t plus 2. So I want to find some information, okay, which is where t is the time after passing through O. I always want to look for this sentence because this sentence tell me t equals 0 when s equals to 0. Well, later I might need to use the s equation to find c. Alright, so initial velocity is a bonus mark, 1 mark. Whenever you see the word initial means what? It means time is 0. That's all. Initial means time is 0. So v equals to 0 minus 0 plus 2. V equals to 2. So this is 1 mark. All of you must get this 1 mark because it's a bonus mark. Alright, then find the t value when the acceleration of the particle is 0. When a is 0. So I say in this topic you must remember about the diagram I show you, which is displacement, velocity, acceleration. Go this direction is differentiate. Okay, this is ds dt, you will get v. dv dt, you will get a. Okay, if you want to from a go to v, you need to integrate a. v you want to go to s, you need to integrate v. Okay, just remember this diagram will make your life easier. So right now I have v, and then I want to go to a, so I need to differentiate. So a equals to dv dt. So I just differentiate my velocity, so which is 6t minus 7. My acceleration will be 0. Yeah, so it's 7 over 60. T equals to 7 over 6. Done. Okay, and another bonus 2 mark is like very easy. Yeah, they ask you to find t, right? Yeah. So t equals 7 over 6. Done. And then the minimum velocity. Okay, whenever you see minimum velocity, mean differentiate velocity equals 0. Even you see maximum velocity also mean differentiate velocity equals 0. You see minimum acceleration, mean differentiate acceleration equals 0. Okay, remember that, then your life should be very easy. So this one mean dv dt equals to 0. I have my dv dt, which is, I already do dv dt equals 0, right? Yeah. Let me just do one more time to show you, okay? So my t equals to 7 over 6. Because dv dt actually is a. But the question doesn't ask for time. It asks about velocity. So this is the reason why I need to sub my t value into velocity to get v. Alright, this one is not fun, so I will just use the calculator. Minus 49 over 6 lah. Okay, I'm lazy to put the bracket, plus 2. Yeah, so your, I don't know, I hope the answer is correct. Yeah, it's kind of negative 2.083 meter per second. Alright, done. Another 3 mark. Yeah, it's very easy, right? I don't know, I just find it like way too easy. Okay, the total distance traveled for the particle. Okay, for total distance travel, normally I want to check when velocity equals 0. I want to know when the particle will make the U-turn. So therefore, I will just make v equals 0 to try to see does it make any U-turn before 2 seconds. Okay, so this is 3t, this is t, this is 2, this is 1, this is minus. So t equals to 1 over 3 and t equals to 2. Alright, then they make U-turn before 2 seconds, which is when time is 1 over 3. Alright, this one deserves the 4 mark because you have a lot of work to do. Alright, so that means the particle will from time equals to 0 go all the way to time equals to 1 over 3, and then the particle will make U-turn and then stop at somewhere time equals to 2. So you kind of need to know like how they move around. Okay, so of course, okay, what we want to do right now is, like I say, t equals 0, s equals 0. And then right now we don't have displacement equation as well. So we kind of need to find s 1 over 3, and then we need to find s2. But I need to find s equation first. Need to integrate v. Okay, so I integrate this one is 3t cubed divided by 3 minus 7t squared over 2 plus 2t plus c. Alright, in SPM, S equals to 0, T equals to 0, C is equal to 0. Okay, so S is equals to, simplify, T cubed minus 7 over 2T squared plus 2T. Alright, this is my S equation. Alright, then what I want to do right now is I trying to find about S1 over 3. Basically, mean I sub in the 1 over 3 into the equation. And then cube it minus 7 over 2. And then multiply 1 over 3 squared plus 2 over 3. Alright, so this one is some weird number, 0.3148. Alright, then I find S2. Okay, basically it's the same thing, but I change this one into 2. So the last number will become 2 times 2, it should be 4. And then after that, all this bracket, I will just insert the 2 into here. Same idea, this bracket, I will just insert the 2 into it. Negative 2. Alright, so right now, the particle is travel like this. From origin, S equals to 0, the time equals to 0, S at this one right there, from here. So it travel until when, this one when time equals to 0, right? When time equals to 1 over 3, the particle will stop at 0.3148. And then the particle make U-turn. When time equals to 2, it actually stop at negative 2. It stopped at negative 2 when time equals to 2. So because they want to find the total distance for first 2 seconds, then I want to plus this distance together. So from 0 to 0.3148, here is 0.3148. It's very easy. But how about the length here? The length here is a bit tricky, which is 2 plus 0.3148, which is 2.3148. So therefore, the total distance will equals to 0.3148 plus 2.3148. Okay. So you should get about 6.3 lah. Okay. Is it meter or what? Meter. Alright, so this is your answer. Why S and T equals to 0? Okay. Yeah, a lot of questions here. So because the question, do you see the center I highlight? T is a time in the second after passing through O. Basically mean, if this is O, the time will start to count when the particle leave the O. When the particle leave the O, only start to count 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. But when the particle at O that time, the time is 0. So this is the reason why. And then how C becomes 0? When you sub S equals to 0 and T equals to 0 into the equation, C will equals to 0. Okay, how to guess about 2 point? Okay, this one is because of what? Okay, let me just elaborate a little bit. From negative 2 to 0 is 2 meters. From 0 to 0.3148 is 0.3148. Then you use 2 plus this one plus this one. This is the total distance traveled, isn't it? Okay, of course, there's an easiest way. Not really easier, but then it's, I think I can call it as an easier way. If you don't like to sketch out this diagram because you think maybe I sketched the diagram wrongly, maybe I don't have time to sketch the diagram, there's a smarter way, I would say the smarter way to actually do this. Okay, because we know the particle travel from time equals 0 to time equal to 1 over 3 and then go U-turn to time equals to 2, isn't it? So you can do like this. Total distance equals to integrate from 0 to 1 over 3 velocity. You integrate equation of velocity lah. Okay, dt, okay? Plus, from time equals to 1 over 3 to 2, Because when you integrate velocity, you get displacement. And you insert the limit for your displacement, you are getting distance. So therefore, you just solve this equation, you will get exactly the same answer here. So by doing this method, the good thing is you don't have any, you don't need to sketch out the diagram. But there's a disadvantage about this method is because you know later here you are getting distance. Because sometimes maybe you do until the end you get negative, you kind of need to change them back into the positive. Because like what I say, the distance itself cannot have negative in it. But displacement can. Because displacement negative just means before the zero. Okay, so yeah, this is just the alternative methods. Just depend which method you like. Actually, I want to discuss about solution of triangle, but I don't have time. Because like what I told you, I have another class right after this class. So yeah, so I don't have time right now. So maybe if I have time, I make a separate video for this question itself. So yeah. Thanks for your time. Yeah, we have about 100 students actually at the live right now. And I know tomorrow you don't have any exam. And MF, you still have about 2 weeks. Because next week is modern math. So yeah, fully utilize your time. Especially now it's pandemic. I don't think it's good for you to leave home. Stay at home, print out some paper, try it out. Yeah, especially I always recommend students to try the paper I already discussed, so that if even you cannot do, you can still refer back to my video or some other teacher video is fine. This is the advantage last time I don't have. Because last time I do not know how to do. I either find school teacher or tuition teacher only. There's no YouTube for me to actually look for the same discussion of the same paper. This is what you have right now. So yeah, print out the same paper I already discussed. I think I discussed quite a lot of paper already. And then do those paper and then check how many marks you will get. Yeah, don't see the answer first. Just try yourself. Alright, so yeah, I'm actually tired today. I'm so sorry. So I will see my masterclass student tomorrow and Saturday. And yeah, for my public student who are not my member, is fine. I will see you guys on the next Thursday for another MF discussion. Alright, so all the best. I will see you guys around, and thanks for watching my live. Bye bye.